Welcome back to the Bible Reading Project. It is
Friday.
End of the week. We thank you for hanging out with us in Matthew chapter 18 all week. I'm with my best friend, Bucket List Ryan, and we've been sharing bucket lists all day long. I want to do something.
Okay.
It's Christmas time.
Yeah.
I want to give away a gift.
Okay.
So I want to call somebody.
Okay.
All right. I want to call one of the kids. It's in your youth junior high. So who can we call?
One of our biggest fans. I think she watches us pretty much every single day.
Whoop.
Tori Yarney.
Tori Yarney. So you want to call her?
Yeah.
You got her number?
Yeah.
All right, give her a call. Or I
call her.
I think I may have it too. So talk a little bit about Tori.
Right.
Tori, we're about to call you.
Yeah. Tori is
Get
awesome.
your act together.
Yeah, right. You need to.
You need to.
You need to get your act
we're,
together.
We're gonna call you and we're
Yes.
gonna see. Do we have a picture of Tori?
No,
Why
I
don't
don't.
while I call? You think you can dig one up somewhere?
I don't know.
That probably not.
She doesn't have social media or
Yeah,
anything.
oh,
But
then
Tori's
yeah.
awesome. She watches every single day.
Thank you, Tori.
Pretty much. And she's really brilliant and knows the Bible really, really well. Let's see if we can find.
Oh, here we go. Tori, so you don't think she's mad at you? She really likes us.
I think she does.
She's not
She
faking
acts
it.
like it.
You think it's just because she wants a mug, a Milo mug?
That's probably what it is.
I think I'm going to give her a Milo mug for free if she can answer.
Let's see.
Hello?
Can I speak to Tori?
I'm here.
Tori Yarney.
Tori Yarney! How are you? This is Bucket Lists, Ronnie John Holdeman, and Peepaw Mark on the Bible. You are now live on the Bible Reading Show.
I'm good. How are you?
Now, Ryan told me you like us a lot. Like you watch our show a lot. Is this true?
Yes, sir.
Aw. What do you like
Sir.
about our show? You don't have to call me sir. I'm eating Nestle Crunch. What do you like about our show?
The banter.
Oh! Say it one more time.
The banter.
Oh, I love her already. Hey, I'm going to have Christmas presents for you just because
Yes.
you love the banter.
Yes.
And I think we're going to actually put a quote on our new logo that says, I love the banter.
I love the banter.
I love the banter. So, hey, we're going to ask a question. I asked Ryan who we could call today, and he said he wanted to talk Tori Joe, Miss Yarney. And so we have a question now.
That's her right there.
Oh, look at that. Right
From
there.
like 15 years ago, I think.
15 years ago. So we got you on the beach at like age 3. So, and it looks, you look happy. Your mother looks like she's holding you to keep you from running away. But
Probably true.
it is true. All right. So I'm going to ask you a question. Now, if you get the question right, here's what you get. You get a movie pack of Bunch of Crunches. Do you like Nestle Crunch?
I think, yes.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. You're getting it anyway. And then we're going to give you a Milo mug. It's a little mug with Milo's picture on it. You get it for free.
Man.
So you're going to get a lot of little gifts from the Bible Reading Project if you can answer a question, a trivia question. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. It's going to come from Ryan. Ryan is going to ask the question. You'll have a few seconds to think about it. Hopefully you've been paying attention, and let's just see. Ryan?
All right. So, Tori, do you remember a couple of weeks ago in youth, I was talking about the different bucket list things that I wanted to do. If you can name one of the little things that I have a dream job of doing, well, you'll win the gift.
You'll win the gift if you can think.
I can name 2.
Whoa!
Holy, she is our favorite. Well, I think we're going to have you. Would you come on the show one day next year and just be on the show with me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think we could add her in like
Heck
a
yeah.
third mic. You think we could afford a mic?
Are they able to?
I know. Hey, Uncle Phil, we got money to afford a third mic? So Tori, we're going to try to get a third mic in here. And would you just sit down with me and Ron and chat about the Bible?
In the new studio.
Because we need a girl on here that loves to banter.
Yes.
So go ahead, give me your answers. This is for, Ryan, if you'll hold it up.
Yeah.
A pack of family pack, movie pack, a Bunch of Crunch, and a Milo mug. So what is your answer? The question is, do you know anything on Ryan's bucket list?
He wanted to be a mailman and a bus driver, but only for one day.
Right. Yes.
Hey!
Yes.
Congratulations, Tori
Yes.
Yarney. You are the winner.
Yes.
So next time we see you, you'll get a Milo mug and you'll get a Family Movie Bunch of Crunch. And I'm going to really push hard for somebody to sponsor us with another microphone.
Yes.
So we could have you on just as a regular almost.
That'd be awesome.
So thank you. Hey, I appreciate you. Got anything you want to say to me and Ryan?
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
What would you like to say to other people who may be thinking about watching our show?
You should watch it and then request even more banter.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. We love you. I love it. Whatever you want for Christmas, you just tell Uncle Ryan and I, and it's going to show up on your doorstep.
Right. That's right.
We love you, Tori.
Love you.
Bye, Tori.
Milo mugs.
Bye. You got it. Oh, how precious is that?
That's awesome.
I don't even want to read the Bible now.
No,
I'm so happy.
It makes me happy. Someone's listening to me banter on Sunday morning.
Somebody loves our banter.
Yes.
Somebody watches our show every day.
Yes.
I loved it. And did we set that phone call up?
Nope.
Did we tell her, make sure you say you like the banter?
Right. No.
There's people out there that love the banter,
Yes.
and that's her right there.
That's her right
Would you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Would you make a photo of her? And I think, just like Milo, I
need to
think
make a mug.
we're going to be sexist. If we don't have a girl
Yeah, we need
as a mascot,
Yeah.
people are going to say they're just a bunch of male chauvinists.
Yeah.
So now I know we occasionally...
Do we, because we have Milo mugs, do we need to do a Tory tote?
Tory tote.
Yes,
Will
like a bag.
you make that happen?
Yeah.
So you make the Tory tote happen, and I want her
Yeah.
just find a picture.
Okay.
And all week long next week she will be Tory. You're going to be our special host.
Yes.
And I'm excited because why? Because he and I do not want to prefer one gender over another.
Never.
And if we got Milo, well, we'll also have a Tory.
That's right.
And so, man, how exciting is that? My heart's good. Let's jump in because it's a little.
Well,
Go
hold
ahead.
on. I have, because it's Friday,
Yeah.
I remembered the other bucket list item.
Lay it on me, baby.
All right, so in addition to what Tori said, I also have this dream that I would love to coach a basketball team. And it could be any league, could be little, preschool basketball team all the way up to professional. I don't care.
Coach the whole year or just one game?
Maybe like one game.
Okay.
Because I don't know enough about basketball to be a good coach. But
Okay.
all I want to do is I want to wear a sports coat
Okay.
on the sideline.
Okay, and scream at people.
With a clipboard.
Okay.
And I'm going to scream and yell and say you're doing a bad job. And then by the end of the game, I'm going to get so mad, I'm going to break the clipboard over my knee.
To inspire the children.
Pick up a chair and throw it across the court.
Oh, good old Bobby Knight.
Yes.
You want me to tell you something that's going to make you know that how God has hooked us up?
Okay.
Because you want to drive a mail truck or a bus, and I used to drive fire trucks.
All right.
Big ones, like the ladders and everything. I used to drive those.
awesome.
Do you also know that my college degree, I took coaching basketball?
I did not know that.
So I could hook a brother up.
All right. Awesome.
So, I'm gonna make that happen this year.
right.
You're getting a CDL. I'm gonna find a mail truck somewhere.
Yes.
So it's gonna be an exciting year.
Yeah.
I got a bucket list.
Okay.
You're gonna laugh.
All right.
Don't put me down, Robin. I've had a bucket list for a long time, but I've never done anything with it. I've always just stayed away from it. Like, not ready. Not ready. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. I don't want to. And that's tattoos. And my bucket list is I'm gonna have one whole sleeve, just all the way, one
Yeah.
arm, fully done. So I'm working on it right now. We saw the other one that I got last week.
All things
I
remain
got
beautiful.
another one coming Tuesday. So I got an
Dang.
appointment this Tuesday.
I feel like
But it's all part. People say, well, you just getting random tattoos. No, it's all part
of a bigger
the
picture.
whole story.
which I appreciate.
It's part of the.
I'm just worried like it's like happening so fast.
It's supposed to. I'm 56, and I already know what I want. It's the story. The story has been working itself out for 32 years of marriage, and now that the story is done, I'm like, okay, it's time to
The
put
story's not done yet, but
I know. Neither is the arm. But
Okay.
so every part of it, every tattoo is a story of me and my bride and our life together and the things we share together, and all of that's going to be on my arm.
and I'm good with that. But my concern is it's like
He doesn't seem good. Does he seem good to you?
no, I'm concerned.
Because you just put your hands
Yeah,
together. And now I feel like I'm talking to Robin.
This is me and Nubs are concerned
Okay,
together.
go ahead. Why?
Because it's not like you just eased into this. Like I'd be good if,
It's 56 years.
and
It
maybe I
took
don't understand
me-
it because I'm not that old. But
It took me 56 years to get this.
No, I understand that.
I already knew
and
what
I
the whole
appreciate
thing
that.
was.
But it's like if there were more time between each tattoo, be like, oh, cool, he thought about it. But this seems like you went cliff diving. You cliff dove, and it's like every single tattoo all the same.
But here's the thing you need to think. Yes, it's cliff diving, but before I jumped, I watched other people jump.
Yep.
I assessed how far out I need to jump.
Okay.
I know how deep it is, and I know if there's any sharks down there, and I'm ready to jump. So I waited 56 years. It's
But
not
people
like
that
I
you
went
love,
out.
even though they make the assessment and the calculations of a cliff jump, nobody wants to see somebody that they love jump off the cliff.
That's stupid. Never even heard that ever. I don't know where that wisdom came from. Never heard that.
I feel like we need to
in
call
my
Robin.
life. Okay, let's go. Call Robin. You and Uncle Rob. So
See if she answers.
she'll answer this time. In Jesus' name, woman.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
we're on the Bible reading show, and I got a problem, and I need you to help me.
Okay.
So me and Ryan have been all week long sharing bucket list, and this is why you're going to know he and I are probably so tight. He shared that one of his bucket lists is that he wanted to be a bus driver because of the big wheel that he could turn.
Oh my gosh. Joined at the hip.
Yep,
Right.
joined at the hip. So all week long,
Brothers
this is
and different
Friday.
brothers.
All week long we've been sharing bucket lists, and we got to mine today. And I said, well, let me share another one. I said, one of my bucket lists is to have my whole right arm as a sleeve of tattoos, kind of as the testimony of my life with my wife and our dream and our love and our story. And then Ryan, you tell me what you said.
Well, I'm good with the tattoo. And if you could see my concerned hands, I'm making hands that show I'm very concerned. And I'm good with doing the whole sleeve, but it's back to back to back. There's not enough time, I don't feel like, to process each tattoo.
So Ryan says that I need to give it more time to process. And then I told him,
Yes.
I've been processing it for years. The whole thing has been a process for years, like my love for you, our story together, our love song, everything that's on my
But
arm
you're
is
addicted right now, so you need to wait till you're not addicted so you know you truly
Right.
want
I
it.
agree with
I'm
Robin on this
addicted?
one.
Why would I be addicted? It took me 56 years to get one.
And then you got another one the next week. What
Right.
does that show?
Because
That shows what
because
it
it's
is.
like oh I want to read the Bible, so you buy a Bible and you finish Genesis. Like, dude, I just want to do Exodus because it's the Bible. Mine is not one tattoo. My whole arm is going to be a story. So it would be like asking me just to stop at Genesis 12.
Okay, but right now I just want to. But if you pick the right verse in Genesis, you can reach Revelation. It's true.
Stella, I can't
maybe
tell.
the
Are you
verse says it all.
for the tattoo?
Yeah, Stella's like slow down a little bit. I'm
Okay,
for
right.
time. I'm for time.
Yes.
I'm for time because I think the first one means so much and
Right.
says so much.
Yes.
So I think I like the idea of the whole arm being mine. Of course, what woman wouldn't love that? Like, I love that.
Right.
But
That is not what you said. You're lying
think
because you're on the
it's
show and you want people to like
It's
you
not
better.
true. It's
No,
not true.
what
It's
you
not true.
said
I said
was,
even
I just like the bird because it's just me. And I'm like, the whole arm is going to be you.
Yeah, I know the whole arm is going to be me. But I still, hey, Daddy, how are you?
She called me
yeah.
daddy?
That's what I heard.
You don't have to call me daddy.
My family is by me. So.
Oh,
Love you. All right.
that scared me, man.
I love you, Daddy.
Yeah, right.
Have a good day. Yes, I
She
do.
just
I do.
immediately,
I
my
guess
wife just immediately started talking to other people.
other people.
Right in the middle of my conversation.
In the middle of our
and
show.
she thinks I'm
Daddy came out to tell me
ADD.
hi.
You think I'm ADD?
Daddy.
You don't have to call me
Well,
Daddy.
So that's my honest thought. Was that the question?
Well, the question was, Ryan thinks I'm going way too fast and I should
Yes.
slow down.
I agree.
You agree?
I agree.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Stella,
Just a deep breath. Agree.
All right.
just a deep breath.
Agree. Granddad's agreeing, but she doesn't know what.
Granddad, tell your mother not to agree. Your mother has no clue what she's talking about.
Okay, tell me, and you know I'll tell you the truth. So
Okay, so I got my mother-in-law on the phone. So, Grandi. So I took 56 years to get this tattoo of your sweet daughter Robin on my arm. And so my bucket list was it wouldn't just be one tattoo. I would have a whole sleeve from my shoulder to my wrist, but every tattoo would tell a story of my love for your daughter that would go on my arm. And now I'm ready to get the third tattoo, which I'm not telling everybody what it is, but it definitely is part of our love story. And everybody now is like, oh, you're addicted. You're going way too fast. You need to slow down. You got to think it through. And I'm like, I've already thought it through. I've had 32 years married with her. I know what I want to be on my arm. So they're all saying, don't get another tattoo. Go really slow. Wait a year or two. What do you, my mother-in-law, say?
Well, I hate to say this, but I'm going to say that you have waited 50-some years.
Thank you.
And number two, it's not a hell issue. Nobody. And number three, let me speak. I'm not you. Go ahead. And number three, it's not about a time frame. If you're doing it, if you want all these things about your wife, go for it.
Thank you, Mother. I just called you Mother.
Grandi.
I mean, go for it.
Thank you so much.
The waiting game, you're still going to do it.
Yes, and would you do me a favor? I just want to publicly thank you that in the middle of you talking, you turned to your daughter and said, be quiet, I'm not you. That made me feel really good that you can talk to her that way, because I can't.
No, I'm not saying that to go, well, I can't either. I'm not saying that to go against Stella, to go against Ryan, to go against my daughter.
No, I respect your authority.
Oh, no, you don't. I don't know about that. I'm just saying, I don't understand the time frame. Because I think tattoos they need to be thought out.
Okay.
They don't just need to already thought them out.
Thank you, Guy. All right, we got to go. The show is running way over now. We love you both, and I'll pray about it.
We love you.
Hey, Stella, you do really good tonight. I love you. You do your cheer.
Love
you
you.
own it.
Thank you.
Hey,
love you.
and angels as you go.
Yes. Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.
I love you. Bye.
That made me tired. Let's take a deep breath. Well, there you go. But I like that. Did you hear what she said? She's like, I'm not you. Don't tell me what to think. I love that. It's like, wow, mom and daughter just going for it right there. Thank
She
God
says she
they're both
doesn't like
spirit-filled.
banter, but she just bantered on the phone.
Banter. She banters the whole time. She just acts like. So I don't know. Now I'm confused. I'm going to do it. I'm going for it.
We know you're going to do it.
I'm going to do it. Let's jump in real quick. It's Friday. Thank you for bantering with us. Thank you for hanging out. Tori, thank you so much for just chatting with us. Can't wait to have you hosting with us in the near future. And so I want to read one passage of Scripture. It's in Matthew chapter 18 and verse 21. We'll end the week on this. And Peter came to him and asked, Lord, how often should I forgive someone who sins against me? 7 times? No, not 7 times, Jesus said, but 70 times 7, 490 times in one day should you forgive somebody.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about that. I want to do something real quick. So let me see. I got to do something.
Okay.
Oh, man. 24. You should forgive somebody 20 times, about 20 times. You should forgive somebody every hour.
Wow.
So that's about every 3 minutes. You should be forgiving somebody.
Yeah.
So what Jesus is saying is...
I forgive you.
Yes, thank you, Ryan. And I forgive you for not wanting me to get a tattoo. So
I forgive you for wanting to get one.
And I forgive you back.
And I forgive you for not listening to my wisdom.
Let me ask you this. How much would life change if we didn't hold a grudge past 3 minutes? I mean, think it through.
Yeah.
Like, what would be different in the kingdom of God if I didn't let a bitter thought, a hurt thought, a mad thought, an angry thought last in my mind more than 3 minutes before I dealt with it with the person that hurt me?
Yeah, I think you'd be living in a lot more freedom, because that's what bitterness does, or a grudge does. It is a subtle weight on your soul that and you don't even realize that you have it until you let it go, that it just subtly weighs itself onto your soul, onto your mind, onto your thoughts, onto your actions, and manifests it, and then eventually manifests it, if you don't deal with it, manifests itself in every area of your life. And but if it can't allow itself to grow in your life 3 minutes and it's uprooted, then I think you would live a lot more free.
It does something to me when you read it. If you read it casual, like 70 times 7, right?
Yeah.
And we get the tattoos that say it. We're so proud. But when you break it down that Jesus is so passionate about relationships with other people, he says, look, you don't need to go 3 minutes and be angry with somebody.
Right.
And yet, most of our sicknesses, I believe, most of our depressions, most of our frustrations concern other people and the things they've done, that by God, I'm not about to let it go. And if I do, I'm just never going to speak to them again.
Right.
Okay, I have let it go, but don't even bring them up. And last a lot longer than 3 minutes. And I think there's just something very supernatural to dealing with things quickly that cause a pain. Dealing with things quickly that hurt you and not letting them get in and rehearse it and mull it over to where 3 minutes turns to 6, that turns to 10, that turns to an hour, to a day, to a week, to people that have just been bitter and hurt for years on end, to what mom did, dad did, my ex did, my brother did, my cousin did, my friend did, my boss did. Right. And we wonder why so many Christians just live frustrated, discontented, anxious lives. And I think it just goes to the power of forgiving.
It is powerful.
And the thing about forgiveness is it's definitely not a feeling. Because if you hurt me and then within 3 minutes I've got to deal with that hurt and forgive you back, you better know that the forgiveness is not connected to how I feel. It goes back, here's how I want to tie it together. It goes back to the top of the chapter. Remember the top of the chapter? You want to be great? You become like a kid. What do we say on Monday or Tuesday? To become like that kid means that you're totally dependent on God. Come all the way down to the end of the chapter. You're an adult now. You're ticked off at people. You're mad at people. I have a right to be mad. Why? You're an adult. I have a right to be mad. I have a right to make this person pay for it. I have a right to be ticked off at them. I have a right not to talk to them. I have a right to post how I feel. And then the Father, who you're to be dependent on, says, it's not going to last more than 3 minutes. You have 3 minutes and you're going to deal with it.
Right.
So I think once I begin as an adult to say, no matter how I feel, the forgiveness is not about feelings, it's obedience. I forgive to be obedient. I let it go to be obedient. I deal with the pain and tell them they owe me nothing.
Right.
Now, forgiveness doesn't mean, okay, I forgive them. Forgiveness means you owe me nothing.
Right.
You were indebted to me because you hurt me. You owe me nothing. You owe me no apology.
Right.
You owe me no excuse. You owe me no, I'm so sorry.
Right.
You don't owe me anything.
Right.
And I think that's the beauty of forgiveness, is because the longer I hold on to it, I will be keeping a record of how much you owe me.
Right.
You owe me this, and you read the story, it lends itself that you become a creditor and a debtor. How much you owe me before I forgive you. You better publicly, and I think Jesus is like, nah, the reason it needs to be every 3 minutes is it keeps you from keeping a record of how much somebody owes you. And if you forgive them every 3 minutes, there's not going to be interest accruing, and it becomes worse and worse and bigger and bigger and bigger. You deal with it immediately. And I think when you do that, life becomes so much sweeter.
Right.
In my life right now, I can think of no one that I hold a grudge against. When I was a little kid, my dad would often tell me, son, if anybody's ever hurt you, forgive them. And my dad always led a prayer in church. He would lead people in prayers for salvation or healing, the baptism of the Spirit.
Right.
But he always started this way. So he would say, pray this after me. And people would bow their head and he would say, Father. People would say, Father, I forgive anyone that's ever wronged me. And you'd hear anybody, I forgive anybody that's ever wronged me. They don't owe me anything. And I heard that as a kid growing up over and over. Father, I forgive them. They don't owe me anything. And that one prayer my dad prayed with people, with me, that I heard him over and over and over, became very much part of my life. I'm an adult now, and I can literally say there's power when you pray this. Father, forgive them.
Right.
They don't owe me anything.
Yeah, right.
So I want to end on a Friday asking you to pray that prayer. Is there somebody that's hurt you, disappointed you, let you down, ticked you off, made you mad, did you dirty? Whatever you have written down about them, whatever book you're keeping that says they owe you, how much interest in return they owe you of how they did you wrong, pray this prayer with me if you don't mind. Heavenly Father, I forgive anybody that's ever wronged me. They don't owe me anything. I totally forgive them in Jesus' name. I tell you what, pray that prayer over and over every day. Deal with it before it becomes a bitter problem. Deal with it before it becomes a sickness. Get it out of the way. Don't even give the future 3 minutes worth of your anger, hurt, and bitterness. Let it go quickly. Ron and I love you. Thank you for hanging out with us. Thank you to Tori, who won some great stuff. We loved hanging out with you. And remember, check out that link. You want those daily devotions coming to you every single day to your email? Check it out. Sign up for it. You will be blessed for sure. We appreciate you. Have a great weekend.